We were all looking forward to May 13th, KSI vs Joe Fournier, KSI's first true test. KSI was going up against a 9-0 pro boxer who would be his first true test, and if he were to beat him, this would put him on top of Jake Paul as a better boxer who had beaten a pro boxer. Many were saying that KSI would have a hard time against Joe Fournier, but I'm here to tell you why this fight was not even close at all. First of all, KSI is actually incredibly adaptive. He thinks quick on his feet and has an incredible stamina and stockpile of techniques that we have yet to see in display. Apart from his first few fights with Logan Paul, which actually went the distance, he has yet to fight the distance in his recent fights, especially against the pro Joe Fournier. Looking at Joe Fournier's previous fights, I'm not quite sure why people were gassing up, as all his fights have been a long time ago and, for a lack of better words, against bums. His technique is decent, but he looks slow and seems very sluggish in his movement. So going into this fight, I knew KSI would win and win quite comfortably, but not as controversially as it turns out. Joe Fournier is also like 40 years old. In the fight, KSI kept putting pressure on Joe, and it was incredibly hard for Joe to get settled in the ring during the first round. The second round, Joe seemed to land a few shots on JJ, which made the impression to stop KSI from changing angles and hitting him with movement and footwork. However, as Joe was getting acclimated to JJ's body shots and straight rights, JJ hits him with a classic overhand which stuns him. This was the moment that the whole world knew it was over for Joe Fournier. All KSI had to do now was finish the job by hitting him with a flush right. Unfortunately for JJ, as he was moving forward, Joe tried to clinch him, which led to KSI's right elbow landing awkwardly on his chin, knocking him out clean. This is an elbow that Conor McGregor will be proud to see. As soon as the fight ends, the energy is different. Even the commentators knew that this would be a no contest. KSI to this date has not uploaded a video yet, apart from this interview with Ariel.
Enough time into the body. I've done a few body shots. So, he's expecting a lot more body shots. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try and overhand him. And, I put that in my head. I was like, cool, I'm going to throw an overhand when he least expects it. So, a few more body shots and then overhand, and it hit him clean. I was like, cool, I've got him. So, at this point, I'm not really too sure what he's going to do, because, there's three options when you get rocked. You either clinch, you either just guard and just take the damage, or you just go for broke and swing wildly. So I knew, all right, this guy, I'm not too sure what he's going to do. I'm going to just go straight right to the body because it's a safe bet. It's an easy, I know it works. And I know my right to the body is a horrible. It sucks. So as soon as I did it, hit him right to the body, he's there like trying to just hold on to me and just clinch. And at that point, I tried to step back and come through with a hook. Now he's falling into me trying to clinch me, and I just come through with a hook. And before I knew it, he's on the ground. And I'm like, sick. Like, I'm there like, yo, my powers come through yet again. And I just deleted him. So then I'm gassed. Everyone's going crazy. I'm talking to the announcer, being like, yeah, I did my thing. And then he's like, oh, it was an elbow. I was like, elbow? What? No, man. I hit him with overhand. I took his life, and that was it. And then it was only when I went backstage. So I haven't seen the replay at this point. And, I was talking to Slim and Dean the Great before I went backstage. And they were like, yeah, nice KO, but I think it was an elbow. And I was like, what? There's no way I would elbow him. Why would I do that? It just makes no sense. Like, I'm winning the fight. I can understand if I'm losing the fight and I'm desperate. And, even then, I'm like, how would I elbow and it not look like intentional? It's just weird. So I went back, looked at it, and I was like, bro, from all these replays, it looks like I just hit him with my elbow and hit him in my forearm. And I'm like, at that point, I'm just devastated. That's all I think about. And I'm like, this has ruined all my hard work. Like, just, it's so annoying because I worked so hard. And then, I look back at the fight and I looked so good. Second round, I did everything right. And then just that one moment has just destroyed or just ruined everything I worked for. And I don't know, it was just frustrating. And you know, I don't know, it really pissed me off if I'm being honest, because I'm looking online and everyone's like, elbow, forearm, you cheat, should be disqualified, da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, I just went for a right hook. I went for a right hook because I knew he was trying to clinch me. And it's like, bro, I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was frustrating. It was frustrating.
I saw in the post-fight presser there was some talk that you and your team were saying that you hit him first with the right, and then the continuation was the elbow. Now, in retrospect, do you believe that it was just the elbow that knocked him out?
JJ is meant to fight Tommy Fury next, as it was set up to be, but we shall see what happens next. In my opinion, I think this fight will be ruled no contest, because I think Joe Fournier will complain to the boxing governing body, and I think KSI will not go back to Joe Fournier, because he clearly did win that fight even without the elbow, and he would have knocked out Joe Fournier regardless. And it's Tommy Fury versus KSI next. If KSI wins, this puts him above Jake Paul, and Jake, I mean, this forces Jake hand to move, you know. He has to pick up the KSI pack, and KSI vs Jake is on either later this year, I'm guessing, or it's going to be next year, unfortunately. But we shall see how this epic journey ends in the realm of YouTuber boxing. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.